The new season is underway. We are back. Carolina Panthers football is back. 2025, the DNA show is back. The Donnie and Anthony show. The black and blue still runs through our DNA. That'll never change. We're going to keep pounding, man. So it is preseason for the NFL. It's preseason for the Panthers. It's preseason for us. So you may see a little hiccup here and there. All right. We're still getting used to it. So relax. But the most important thing is you're here with us, man, with the Donnie and Anthony show, the DNA show. Because, like I said, the black and blue runs through our DNA. Start off right off the back, man. We are facing the Cleveland Browns. They're looking for their future quarterback. They're looking for their future team coach and everything else. Hey, they're going through the same struggles we are. Tried out a couple different guys, but the man of the hour for the Browns was Mr. Shedeur Sanders out of Colorado. Father is one of the great NFL legends, Deion Sanders. So it comes with a show, as always. That's okay. And he showed up at Bank of America Stadium, and to be honest, looked like he may belong where exactly here in the NFL. So, but we're going to talk about it. So first and foremost, Donnie, how does it feel to be back finally the Carolina Panthers?
I feel like the off season just takes so long for us to get here, you know.
Yeah,
Obviously excited, man. There's a lot of off season build up to this team heading into week one, and I just can be even more excited than what I am now. So glad to be back here with you, brother. It's always good to be in front of the camera talking to you. Um, and we'll see what happens. But my hopes are very high. There's been a lot of just talk about our team, how deep our receiving room is. We'll get into all of that, but there's a lot of media hype as well. So, as fans, like you and I are, man. I can speak for us, man. We're both excited, dude. Like I'm excited.
yeah. Same, man. Always excited. And even though it was an off season for us, it really wasn't an off season for me and Donnie. We talked Panthers football every day, all the time. So, um, but yeah, a little bit of off season. A lot of things have, a lot of guys have come into the door. A lot of guys have become Carolina Panthers. The Renfro is one of them. You're talking about the receiving core. Um, he was not able to play in the first preseason game. They keep him out along with J.C. Horn and Derek Brown. So we really didn't even see the top cats. Shout out to the cheerleading squad. Um, but we really didn't see every single starter, but enough of them. And one of them even got ejected early in the game, and I like it, man. I like it. I like the bite. If that's what the team is bringing, and they're not backing down and they're throwing hands, hey, that's exactly what Dan Morgan talked about was those dogs. And Xavier Leggett may have uh may have that dog in him. So as you see there, Cleveland Browns did outlast the Panthers in Bank of America 30-10. But what we did see was from the starters is what we left off from last year. Now it is just preseason. We only saw two drives of Bryce Young and the rest of the starters. Um, but man, there was a lot of question marks and yeah, it's still young. The night is young. The season is young. The season hasn't really started, and the Bryce is young. But did you like that? Um,
Loved it.
but hey, Cali to Cali connection, man. Everybody thought about well, we should have went defense, but we ended up going offense, and um, a total of if I'm right here, total of three targets. Missed one in the end zone. That'll come. It'll be fine. Route was great. Throw was perfection. I mean, that's unbelievable. Where Bryce put it. It'll come. That's okay. That happens. It will happen. It'll happen again. But then when it does finally click in the end zone, like that, then hey, great days are ahead of us. So, um, even though the score 30-10, what we saw from the starters, Donnie, um, just off the starters on both sides of the ball, what do you think? And what was your takeaway?
So if I'm being realistic, man, just one thing that jumped right off, just jumped off the screen to me is how good Jalen Coker is.
Yes.
Man, he is so good. And honestly, man, I know Xavier didn't play much because of the ejection. And I do love to see him getting out there and getting active and standing on, some principle and bringing that toughness. But man, right now going to the season, I wouldn't be opposed to say Jalen Coker could be WR2 over Leggett. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen, but I just think Jalen Coker's, I mean, coming to the season well equipped to be a day one, well, not day one, but you know what I'm saying. Try a WR2 without any questions asked, and obviously, seeing T Mac. I'm gonna go out there and be honest and say that at first, I was a little disappointed at first when we got him over a defensive player, but obviously with the draft going the way it did, um, it showed yesterday that there's a reason why we picked him. I mean, that connection has been fantastic. Those gentlemen are on the same page. He's bringing in exactly what we need. We need a sure catch guy. We need someone who can come out with those tough contested catches, but can also get separation. And so the receiving core I'm very excited about, man. That receiving core has brought plenty hype in. It's got me excited. I'm sure it's got a lot of us excited. That's one of the check marks for me. Didn't really see anything that was just like hard eye emoji worthy. Um, my biggest concern would honestly be how this defense looks going into the season. Obviously, we didn't get all of our stars. Derek didn't play or anything like that. There are some guys who came out there and played hard yesterday, though. Man, shout out to Thornton 31. He came and balled yesterday. That was probably the biggest takeaway for me yesterday defensively is he's gonna go get after it in the run game. He's gonna go and be very competitive with the jump balls. That was great. Lathan Ransom looked good. There's a lot to like. Obviously, in the preseason we get so excited and we get so amped up about how we play, which is I mean very well deserving, right? I mean we've been waiting all off season, but I'm also trying not to get too critical as well because I mean it's the first full game rep. Everyone's playing together under game circumstances, crowd noise, officials, um, things like challenges and booth reviews and all that stuff. So there's a lot to like, and there's just a tad bit of concern out there. But I don't want, again, Anthony, I don't want to jump the gun. Don't want to go too crazy. I'm overly critical of these gentlemen, so I'm excited, and hopefully we won't have some of these problems week 2.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Dave Canal said it best in the post game conference. He said this is what I love about the NFL so much is there's guys that show up in practice, that show up in the game, and guys that don't really show up in practice in terms of play, and but didn't show up in the game. So they got a lot to figure out. I think our biggest problem maybe is depth, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Um, so and during training camp, there was all kind of mixes and matches. I mean, Jimmy Horn was out there with the ones for a little while, and with Bryce, so it's just all over the place, kind of. They're just trying to figure things out. So, um, but yeah, like you said, of course we want the hard eye emoji. Of course we want the flare. We want the fireworks going off first drive, but and this still is a team in progress. And I think we had a conversation a long time ago was how long did it take to build that 2015 team? And I think um, if we took the first drafted guy from the 2015, which I want to say it started with Thomas
I think it
Davis,
was
or
Thomas, yeah, back in
yeah,
'05.
he
Yep.
was like the one. Yeah, so it took 10 years. So, and under the Dave Canales era, we're going into year three. Is that right? Or year two? Or what?
Yeah.
Year two, that's right. Yeah, because last year was the first year. Yeah, so yeah, it's only year two, and I'm not saying it's going to take 10 years, but um, yeah, we just have to see progress. And again, preseason. I also looked up. I was curious. I said, what did preseason look like for 2015? So we were 3-1, and our one loss was against New England, and it was by 1 point. So I'm not going to sit here and say preseason doesn't matter because it does matter. Um, so and because you kind of see what you got, but uh, Bryce Young and T Mac did pass the eye test. They connected a couple times. Bryce looked calm, just like he did last year, and I guess football isn't always pretty because you want the step up in the pocket, beautiful pass down the middle, hoorah, ha ha ha. But sometimes it's going to look ugly, but as long as we got in the end zone, we did. And Coker, yeah, I agree with you also on Coker. Coker was the guy who scored the long touchdown for us, Bryce the Coker, and on a scramble play. So feel like it was kind of broken down, had to come out and route Coker out, but um, hey, we got in there, right? So and then after that, it was a completely different team. T Mac was out there a little bit with the twos, from what I was seeing. Um,
He was.
and then uh, also people got to realize too, we're missing the best people who are kind of freaking out. We are a little bit too not freaking out, but we're kind of like,
Right,
all
right,
right now. But
right.
I had to once I calmed down and came down, got a little drink in me. Uh, um, we also do got to remember too, we're missing the not best two defensive players, the best two players on this team. We were missing them, Derek Brown and J.C. Horn. Imagine the impact that they'll have once they come back and they're ready to play on game day. So are everyone else. Everyone else is going to be ready to play as well. But Derek Brown and JC will make a tremendous difference on this defense. And and yeah, it looks like the offense is clicking already. So
Can
um,
I give can I give one, sorry to cut you off, sir. I want to give one big shout out to Nick Scorton yesterday, man.
yeah,
Um
yeah,
he not only did he make a great hustle play, I know going into the season I said he was probably my I would consider our best rookie arguably. I
mm,
think he had a PFF grade, which isn't everything, but it's still good to see. He was the highest rated Panther yesterday at 91%. So shout out to Nick
nice.
Scorton for playing hard yesterday. But
Yeah,
go ahead,
yeah,
sir. I just want to give a shout out talking about defense.
yeah. And imagine the stats that Kirk would have had that one called back. So and that sucks. See, and that's what some of the problem was last year was one step forward, two steps back,
Yep.
and that's what kind of worries me too. That on the play where he had to make extra effort. I mean, how many times do you see that in the NFL where a receiver hand held behind their back, clearly pass interference, and still catches it one hand on the inside of his body, and I mean, talk about beating all the odds and doing more than what you're required to do, and being undrafted. Just his whole story, man. I'm in love. We're both in love with Coker. We're cokeheads. Um, um, that's a great fan base name, right? I can't get over that. I heard
Yeah, for
someone say that. I
sure.
was like, that's great.
Parents would
Um,
be pissed.
shout out to Holy Cross and the boys for giving us Coker. Um, but yeah, and then and your offensive lineman had a the hands to the face call or whatever. So it's like Jesus Christ, man. So there was a lot of that last year. So nice hat by the way, sir. I actually really like that all black
I
on blue.
appreciate it, man.
Love it, love it. So there,
Thank you.
there, there are bright spots in this team though. Let's take my biggest takeaway from that is from all this is guys like Coker, Leggett has some fight in him. Bryce did well. There was two passes that where it was kind of like okay, but it's going to happen. Happens. It was his second drive of the year in preseason. So there was a lot of bright spots. There probably when it comes to the starters, more good than bad. It was just you look at that final score right there in front of you, and then you see how poorly the defense played, the backup defense. So, uh, but the guys who are going to play 9% of the time with these backups sprinkled in here and there may not be so bad. So there's more to see. So to be honest, this is kind of a good thing if you think about it. Look at it this way. It's kind of a good thing. We see who's not ready for this team. We see who's not going to play well, so we can get them out of there. And who's going to make this 56 roster? 52, 56,
53.
53, 53. I was in there. I was close. But yeah, who's going to make this 53-man roster? And there's a lot to like. It's a lot to like. So, but yeah, your biggest takeaway from this first preseason game, man.
Man, with all the hype coming into the season within our fan base and the media hype, obviously the expectations were very high. But then again, we need to, us fans need to be a little realistic. Preseason is a very good area of growth. like I said, I mean that was the first. You could do all the scrimmages, you could do all the one on ones, you could do all the 7-on-7s. At the end of the day,
Mm,
those situations, like the game, game time situations are the best to see what you got going into the season. But it's also a good time to get some of those growing pains out, going out
mm,
there and getting those live reps. Obviously, we saw T Mac. He had some great catches, but he also made a boo boo in the red zone. Hey, he didn't get his head turned around quick enough, didn't react to that pass quick enough. But one thing I loved was his accountability,
yep.
tapping his chest, giving Bryce thumbs up. That's on
Mm-hmm.
me. That's a good ball.
Yep.
Um, Biggest takeaway, honestly, would be don't panic. You know, obviously it was for a preseason game. I feel like it was very highly covered by the media just because of Shedeur, and I
Yeah.
get that situation definitely. So he had a
Mm-hmm.
point to prove, and he looked good. As
And he
fans of
stayed in there for a
Cowboys,
while. He stayed in there for a long time.
yeah, we didn't,
So.
we didn't, we yeah. It's unfortunate that we're the team that he played good against. Obviously, I wanted us to play better, but kudos to him. He played good ball. But yeah, my biggest takeaway: don't hit the panic button. There's some things to like. I like this corner depth. I like Lathan Ransom. I like Nick Scorton.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't see too much of Princely yesterday, if I'm not very
Yeah.
mistaken. I didn't see
Yeah.
too much of. I saw him play, but like I didn't see anything that like just jumped out.
Yeah.
Um, so Rosebone, he had some good plays. Um, he had a few tackles. So this defense, I think for the most part, once we come together as a unit, week one, all the number ones playing together, I think that's going to be a pretty underrated defense. Did Turkshawn Wharton play yesterday? I can't remember if he played yesterday or not. Turkshawn sit
No,
out.
he was held out. Him and Derek Brown
Okay,
both. So
so
that's
that's
another.
so that's
Yeah.
another huge. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean Turkshawn was probably one of our biggest offseason signings. I
Right.
don't think Ashawn played. So yeah, the biggest
Mm-hmm.
thing is don't hit the panic button.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of young guys
Key
are getting
guys
their
were out. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and again, those young guys are getting their first reps. They're on TV. They're under game environments.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Now if we're going into week 3 of the preseason and we look the same way we did, I'm gonna be a little worried.
Yeah.
Balls
Yeah.
behind receivers dropping passes. Um, excuse me, defense not making tackles, not sacking the quarterback.
Right.
That's when I begin to get worried. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Preseason does matter, but it won't
it
matter
does.
till it matters.
Right. Week
um.
1 televised game, Fox.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Against we open against
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville. That's right. Yeah. The
115.
other big covered game. So we'll see how he does. So um. But him and T Mac already have a history where they've played each other, and then if you're their number one come week one, good luck with JC. Good luck.
Yep.
Um, so it's gonna be a fun one, that's for sure. It's gonna be a fun season, man. I really do. I love the. I can't wait to see this team grow. Can't wait to see this team come together and become a team. And hey, sky's the limit, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it's getting brighter and brighter.
I
So
feel good. I
yeah,
feel like the I feel like this is the most productive offseason we've had in quite some time as far as addressing
yeah,
areas in need with good quality players and not just some plug in guys.
yeah,
I feel like this defensive line when they play together, Bobby Brown, Turkshawn, Derek Brown, of course, we love Ashawn Robinson as well. We didn't really get a chance to see him with Derek Brown. Um, DJ Wonham, I think he had a play as
yeah,
well, didn't he?
yeah. He had like
Who did
a
he have to play? He had like a TFL or a
yeah.
sack. I can't
He had
remember.
a tackle for loss. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played well
So
as well. Yeah.
yeah,
So guys are stepping
there's
up,
some
man.
dogs. Oh yeah, man, there's some dogs on this team.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll continue to take it week by week. We'll see how we look. Um, I will say this: the backup quarterback situation. Andy Dalton not playing too well against the twos was kind of
Yeah, and
it's a
the turf
tactic.
monster got him.
Yeah, I mean, throwing picks and wasn't much going. But again, I don't want to be contradicting and hypocritical at the same in the same sense. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel good. I'm excited as all ever though, man. Getting back doing this with you, watching Panthers football, actually getting to watch it. Shout
Yeah,
out to YouTube TV.
New
Man,
subscriber right there.
yeah,
That's right.
shout out to you for putting me on YouTube TV. So yeah, man,
Yes, sir. We got
it's
to
gonna
watch
be
our
back now.
Panthers.
Yes, sir.
So, um, but yeah, more to come in. We'll be covering preseason and the regular season and hopefully postseason this year, man. So, like I said, sky's the limit. Our expectations is the title to the NFC South. Our expectations is to go to the playoffs. Our expectations is to have a winning record. No excuses, man. But at the end of the day, man, we're gonna keep pounding. We're gonna rock that logo that's on top of his head and it's on my jersey. So, and and hey, welcome to NFL season 2025, man. What are we gonna keep doing?
Gonna keep pounding, baby.
All right, man. DNA show all this year. Stick with us. We got your back.